Hello everyone! This is Reverend Naoya of Los Angeles Gedatsu Church. In this video, I'd like to talk about my sermon, which I delivered in the August Appreciation Water Deity Service 2023. Every third Sunday of August, Los Angeles Gedatsu members show our appreciation to three water gods: 雨八大竜王神、雨五式弁財天, and 水霊神. Let me briefly explain these three gods. Ryu of 雨八大竜王神 means dragon that flies upward from the ground and moves freely in the sky. In other words, 雨八大竜王神 rules the circulation of water by evaporating water from the ocean and forming and moving clouds and creating rain showers over appropriate places. And Benzaiten originated from the Hindu goddess Sarasvati, which was a god of rivers. Because rivers and lakes are necessary for productive farming, Japanese people traditionally have worshipped and enshrined the Benzaiten near lakes, rivers, and islands. Thus, Benzaiten rules the transportation of water. The last one, Suireijin, consists of many other gods. In the Gedatsu teaching, we believe that Suireijin rules like ponds, dams, small pools, and all other water-related things. These properties and activities of water function under the law of nature. Therefore, because we are allowed to live and benefit from the law of nature, it is fitting for us to pray and express our appreciation for the blessings we receive from water. We as humans are also part of the law of nature and are therefore closely influenced by this law. For example, the water circulation by 雨八大竜王神, Benzaiten, and the Suireijin is similar to the circulation of blood in our bodies. 雨八大竜王神, which rules the circulation of water, relates to our heart and blood circulation system. Benzaiten, which rules the transportation of water, is like our blood vessel that carry blood throughout our bodies. Suireijin is like our blood cells and other cells which utilize blood in our bodies. It is said that, scientifically compared to other elements, water possesses many mysterious features. Let me give you one example: high specific heat. Specific heat refers to the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of a substance by 1 degree Celsius. Water is typically a high specific heat substance, meaning that water is slow to heat up and cool down. The specific heat of most of the surface of land and air is 1/4 of the specific heat of water, which means that temperature changes over land and air easily occur. Because water, which covers 70% of the Earth's surface, has a high specific heat capacity, the Earth is able to maintain a relatively constant temperature. For example, on a very hot day, the hood, door handle, or seat of a car gets too hot to touch or sit on. If the specific heat of water were low, like a car door handle, the temperature of ocean water, would rise so quickly that many life forms could not survive. The same thing can be said for our bodies. Thanks to water in our bodies, which makes up about 70% of our body's weight, our body temperature doesn't easily go over 100 degrees, even if we work in temperatures over 100 degrees. Thus, water in our bodies is critically involved in sustaining our lives. We can say that our human body is like a small earth. In other words, showing our appreciation for water and its function is the same as appreciating our body and its functions. Master Gedatsu Kongo described this as the unity of the visible and invisible worlds. Our founder's words describe the relationship between our physical world and the spiritual world, as well as the correlation among many things that exist and function within our universe. In short, we can learn from the visible phenomena of nature all around us about the internal functions within our own bodies, which are mainly invisible to our eyes. I have a recent personal story that relates to today's message. So let me share. So recently, my son complained of a stomachache and lay down on the sofa for a long time. He had no appetite and a bit of diarrhea, but had no fever and tested negative for COVID. I thought he suffered from viral gastroenteritis, so we had him rest and gave him enough water to avoid dehydration. But he didn't get better. He had a prolonged stomachache and diarrhea and seemed to be getting skinnier day by day. His poo was a colorless, transparent liquid, so it seemed like the water he drank just went through his body. My wife and I were very worried about him, but the only thing we could do was pray in front of our home altar. Finally, about 10 days after his symptoms started, he began getting better. Since then, his recovery was very quick, and now he is totally fine. At the start of his symptoms, I thought I should give him anti-diarrheal medicine, but I felt he was experiencing a natural function of his body, which is part of the universe given by God. Just as a river cleanses itself of pollutants, I thought his body was trying to clean his stomach by getting rid of the virus and reducing inflammation. I trusted his bodily functions. This experience was in my thought as I prepared this sermon for the Benzaiten or water deity service. So it renewed my faith and appreciation of the law of nature and the natural function of water. As you know, since the end of the 2022, some cities in California were devastated by floods. Many precious lives were lost, and many people had to leave their homes. Also, many others drowned while playing in a river and sea. Water is precious and necessary for our lives, but at the same time, nature can violently destroy as a function of the earth. What can we learn from these actions of nature? I hope this video becomes a good opportunity for you to think about nature's lesson and put them into practice in your daily life. I'd like to conclude my sermon today by sincerely praying for your continued happiness and health. Thank you very much. God bless you. Bye.